Listen, a creature of habit is your killer. For some reason,
I'm
sticklers
so
for routine.
sorry! Hey guys, Dennis Machina here. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I'm continuing my throwback playthrough of LA Noire. I'm working in homicide, and all of the homicide stuff so far has revolved around the Black Dahlia. I don't know if the next one is going to, but we're going to figure it out. And in the meantime, we're going to be going for those 5 stars that you see at the end of every case. And this is the White Shoe Slaying. Kind of walking over all creepy.
Good morning, gentlemen, and what a grand morning it is, too. We have just cause for celebration. Galloway and Phelps are sending another fiend to San Quentin. A nice showy trial, and he'll be strapped down with gas seeping into his tiny reptile brain.
That's hardcore.
Now, to fresh business. Galloway and Phelps, the task is at hand. The address is on the hill, north downtown off Fremont Avenue.
Greetings from sunny California. When's it going to stop?
Well, if you lived in South Florida, you'd probably say that a little bit more. Excuse me, sir.
Can you drive to this
drive. Settle down there.
First the letter, and now another body. Come on, you can't keep on telling me there's not a killer still out there.
You know, Phelps, all these arrests on your record are giving you a reputation. You don't want them turning into unsolved.
Getting a vicious killer off the streets is more important than my reputation.
Really?
And besides, landing a big fat marlin is more impressive than an ocean full of minnows.
The minnows maketh the man, Phelps. You can't always hit home runs. Sometimes you just gotta make first base.
You like the baseball analogy.
Detectives?
Phelps and Galloway, homicide.
Scene secure. The rest of the patrolmen are going door to door, canvassing for witnesses.
Thanks. Keep me informed.
Will do, Detective.
This looks awfully familiar.
I think that's the impression
boy,
the boys
so
from the Examiner.
there's gonna be
took
some
with them
blacking
as
out
well.
going on in this
Nothing
episode.
original
So
under the sun. Why
that
should
will be
murder
why.
be any different?
What do we have so far?
Not much trace evidence to speak of. Storm blew in around 10 last night, and the rain washed most of it away.
And the body?
Looks like she was tipped out of an automobile from the tire tracks and superficial injuries. Strangled with a length of rope. And for my money, it's triple braid again.
Time of death.
From her temperature, maybe 2 a.m., but it was cold last night.
Usual head injuries.
oh, maybe not. Okay, so
Blunt
she's still
force
fully
trauma.
clothed.
Knock him over the head, then strangle and mutilate.
Only good thing about this.
No message with this one.
At least she was left clothed.
I doubt very much he was concerned with her dignity.
The green silk dress is very distinctive. Any sign of her other shoe?
No. And no handbag or other personal effects.
Okay, so let's examine the body. I can actually show you that this time. Okay, so where are we looking? Okay, let's look at the rope marks. Can I not focus in on that? All right. With the hand.
Another day, another dollar.
Nothing on this. Okay, how about over here? Is there nothing I can look at? Don't understand. No, I don't want to look at the arm again. Put it down. Oh, there we go.
There appears to be a dry cleaning label. Superior Laundry Services, F1363.
All right. Is there anything else I can do? It doesn't seem like I can. Okay. So let's look for other markers of evidence. Look at B. Got some footsteps.
No drag marks. killer was moving around, surveying the scene.
Alright, so... anything else? Okay, there's a C. Tire tracks.
Our driver and our killer are most likely one and the same.
Okay. Looks like we're good here, I think. Let's go, oh! What is this? Who are you, miss?
Detectives, I've been working the houses across the street and up the block. This lady thinks she has something for us.
Detective Phelps, LAPD.
I'm Mrs. Barton, Catherine Barton. I live just across the way.
Okay. Suspicious persons.
Did you see anyone around here last night?
Not last night, but yesterday, early evening, I saw that awful hobo.
You know, usually whenever he looks back at Phelps, he's like, really? You are so lying. But there's like nothing. She's not giving off anything, and she's just being a good Samaritan.
Do you have a description?
Tall, gaunt, horribly disfigured. I think he may have had an accident in the war. He's a very scary, angry man.
Any idea where we might find him?
One of the hobo camps around here. He's some kind of hobo leader. They all follow him around.
Thank you, ma'am. You've been a big help.
Of course. Anything I can do to help. I'd hate to think that something so ghastly could happen right here and nothing be done about it.
And to throw another baseball analogy into this, the game kind of threw us a curveball there. Because usually when they focus in back on Phelps, he's usually about to say that she's lying, or he's lying, or whoever. Alright, so let me go make a quick phone call, and I'll move on to the next scene.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on Superior Laundry Services.
Just a
I think
moment.
that's the next thing we're doing.
Superior Laundry Services, 1260 West 1st Street.
Can you track down reports of hobo camps in the vicinity of Signal Hill?
Just a moment, Detective. There's a large camp under the bridge on Grand between Temple and Sunset.
Thanks.
Gotcha. Alright, so we're gonna go to the Superior Laundry Services.
No message.
Excuse me?
There was no message.
Where?
On the Vic. The last bodies had something written on them. This one didn't.
I'm failing to follow you.
Can't be the same guy is what I'm saying, right? Before you start trying to link this to Maldonado and all the others.
There are more factors to consider than the messages, Rusty.
This doesn't fit your pattern, Cole. End of conversation. Understand?
Yeah, they're just gonna keep on butting heads. Me first, Rusty. Me first. Excuse me.
At least the rain stopped. We can change back into those white bucks now.
Can I talk to somebody? Hello?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. We're investigating a case, and one of your laundry labels came up. F1363.
F1363.
If you give me a minute, I'll go find a register and you can take a look. You take a look for yourself. I've got clothes that need pressing.
Yeah, you go do your job. I don't want to interrupt you.
You wrote the number down on that dress, is it there?
1363. There you go.
Mrs. T. Terrellson,
43
Emerald
Emerald
Street,
Street.
Westlake.
Okay, that's the next place we're going.
I've got a feeling we're about to meet another wife killer.
You've always got that feeling, Rusty.
Yeah, and it's usually correct.
Please, please, for once, can you not let your assumptions color your detective work?
Just you wait. Nordic types show a particular disposition for this stuff.
Alright, let's see what we got here. Hello?
Hello? Yes?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. Is your wife home, sir?
My wife went out last night and she hasn't come home.
Can you describe your wife and what she was wearing?
We were out at a friend's place, Bobby Ross's, for a party. She was kind of dolled up. She had her green silk dress, open-toed white shoes. Those are her favorite shoes.
Can we come in, Mr. Tarleton? I'm afraid we have some rather bad news. Do you have someone who can look after your children, Mr. Tarleton?
I've been trying to arrange a sitter. Look, tell me what's happened.
I'm afraid your wife was murdered last night. Her body was found this morning. We're very sorry for your loss. I know this is a difficult time, Mr. Tarleton, but we are going to need you to answer some questions. First, we're going to take a look around.
What for? You don't think
It's
that...
procedure. You see to your girls.
Okay. He clearly looks distraught, so I don't think he did anything.
Stay here till Daddy's finished talking to these men.
Where's Mommy?
Everything's gonna be all right, sweetheart.
We would like Mommy to come home now, Daddy.
What's the problem, Tarleton? Let him search. You got nothing to hide.
Okay, so let's look around here.
You want to hear something funny, Tarleton? Some bums think filling out a missing persons report actually rules him out as a suspect.
I wonder why the picture was turned down.
That's a good question.
Need to check if she was a regular.
Okay. Is there anything else up here? Anything else in here? Oh. Let's open that up.
Junk.
I can't. Okay. Might as well use the phone now. Where's the phone? Where's the phone? Why did I just see this randomly pair up? Ooh, it's a boat thingy. Oh, I can look at that.
Baron's bar again. Someone must be real sweet on this dive.
Alright. So let's look around here. Little girls.
If you'd excuse me, ladies.
Oh. Oh. What do we have over here?
So she went out without her handbag? She'd have to be in quite a state to leave this behind.
Huh. Interesting. Anything else in here?
At least she was spared that particular indignity.
Alright, so there's nothing else in here. I can open the door. Oh! What is that? Whoa! What's that?
Lars was out in the rain last night.
Okay. And I think there's one more. Oh, yep, the rope.
Looks like a match with the ligature marks.
Sure does. Ooh, boots.
You can see if Pinker can match the impression to the crime scene.
And I think that's the last thing. Sorry, I really want to close the door, but the game won't let me. So, sorry again, ladies. Okay, so the phone's over here. Located it. Use cell phone.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you run an address for a Bobby Ross? Then send some uniforms over.
Would you like him picked up?
No. Suspect says he was with Ross last night. We need to confirm the alibi.
I'll get a prowl car dispatched.
Thanks, ma'am.
Okay. Now we can have a little conversation.
For the record, Mr. Terrelson, what is your wife's name?
Teresa.
Okay, possible suspects.
Do you have any idea why anyone would want to hurt your wife?
No. Everyone loved Teresa. She was so full of life. It can't be anyone who knew her.
You have some evidence lying around your house, even in the back. I mean, he does look distraught, but it doesn't look like he's lying, but there's evidence. So let me see here. So, ask the community. Oh, good cop. Alright, so we'll go good cop, I guess.
So you don't know anyone?
No, that wasn't it at all.
No, I don't.
Then why did people go 50%? Oh, you guys. Seriously, you guys. That clearly was not it. Okay, so I should have went with my first instinct of... because there's so much stuff around the house.
I think you're lying, Lars. I think you were mad at your wife for embarrassing you in front of your friends. I think you came back here and strangled her and then dumped her body on the hill.
You think I strangled my wife? How do you expect to prove that?
Strangle with the rope.
Your wife was strangled with triple braid rope. The bow line from your boat is a perfect match.
Look, I know this looks bad. I'm gonna have to come to terms with the fact that I let her go.
Okay.
You said you went to a party at Bobby Ross's place?
That's right, Bobby had a bunch of people over. We were having a good time. She said she was bored and decided to leave.
Yeah, you don't look like you're telling the truth again. I don't have any proof, so I'm gonna go back cop.
You let your drunk wife leave the party and go off on her own?
Look, I was angry. I was having a good time. She has to go and ruin it. We always have to do what she wants to do. Last night she wanted to go dancing.
Any idea where?
Where she always goes. A bar down on North Beaudry Avenue. Barron's Bar. She goes there, drinks too much, gets maudlin, and calls me. I go and bring her home.
Okay, that makes sense.
Mr. Terrelson, was Teresa happy at home?
Yeah, I think she was.
I am not hiding something by looking away.
Spill it, Terrelson. We like the look of you for this, so you better give us something.
We're at the party. She has a few and says she wants to go out dancing. We only have the sitter until 9. I get mad. I tell her to go ahead, but I'm staying. She storms out. Look, I'm doing well at cards. I hardly ever do well. I married her because she was so much fun, but now she drives me fucking crazy.
What time did she leave the party?
About 8:30, maybe a little earlier.
Okay.
When was the last time you saw your wife?
Around 8:30. The card game at Bobby's was wrapping up. I played out my hand and drove home here. I paid the sitter and went to bed.
Okay, now you're clearly lying to me, considering all the stuff that I just found in your house. Either the muddy shoes or the jacket could say otherwise.
You're lying, Lars. You didn't come straight home, did you?
And how do you figure that?
We'll go wet jacket because it's still wet.
You were out in the rain. You got soaked, Lars. We found your wet weather gear.
Okay, I stayed a little later than I said. This cute little brunette was hitting on me. Teresa noticed. I was half cut. I walked her home from Bobby's, but nothing happened. I walked back and got the car this morning.
Thanks for answering our questions, Mr. Tarleton. You'll need to go downtown to identify your wife's body.
I should have taken her dancing.
In my experience, Mac, if you give in to broads, you'll be giving in to them your entire life. Sounds like the Tarleton broad had her last drink at Barron's bar. We should check.
Yeah, I'll never understand why these people, they always lie or hide whatever when I just canvassed their entire home. It's like, oh yeah, right, my jacket's still wet. Oh, right, yes, that's correct. It's like, come on.
You believe this guy's story?
Kind of rings true.
Between the tuna fish and the chicken.
Gents, drink?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD.
I'm Benny Clough. This about Teresa Tarleton?
Yes, it is.
I heard about it on the radio. They're saying it was that black dahlia freak again? God damn it. Yeah, I rang that husband of hers. The babysitter said he was out.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions.
Dang, lost contact with victim.
What time did Teresa leave?
Around 10:30, I think.
Okay. No eye movements. Looks like you're telling the truth.
On foot? In a car? By bus? How was it?
She called for a cab.
Did you get the number?
Sure I did. I like Teresa. The only time she has a drink is when things aren't going so good at home. I was worried about her.
That broad has socks in it this year.
Yeah, so let's take a look-see at this.
Put out an APB on the cab. 3591. Should be traceable.
Okie dokie. Let's see. Male suspect.
Who was she with? We've had reports about a tall, gaunt-looking hobo. He wasn't here last night?
I get plenty of bums in here, but nothing to fit that description.
What's this? What's this? And you're not even giving me eye contact anymore. Come on. Oh.
The likelihood is that whoever she left here with killed her. Give it up, Benny.
All right, two creeps were all over her, promising to take her dancing.
You get a good look at these guys?
Sure. I got a good look. One of them was a sailor in uniform. His cap said, USS Indiana.
And the other man?
The other guy is Richard Bates. He's sitting in the back right now. Red polo shirt.
Oh.
Any idea where she was headed?
Nope. I didn't get that.
Now, at first glance, when he does this thing, it looked like he was lying, but now he's got all straight-faced. Yeah, he's fine.
The husband said she wanted to go dancing.
And she always wants to dance when she's been drinking. She was trying to talk some guys into taking her to one of the dance halls.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Clough. We'll take it from here.
Hey, no problem.
Okay, Mr. Bates.
This is Bates.
That's him.
LAPD. Don't make me chase you, shitbird.
Oh my God, for real?
Can't let the son of a bitch get away. Go, Phelps. Get after it.
I'm working on it.
Come on. Got a ride. Get in and drive.
Okay, can I get in the car? Get in.
I'm stumped. Ideas?
I thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands.
Where the hell did he go?
Come on, Phelps, you're letting this slut get away from you.
Oh, he's that way. He's that way. Oh, crap. Oh, I clipped another one. Oh, another one, I think. Oh my god. If I slowed up, it wouldn't let me get in the car.
I don't think the killer would be kicking back in the bar where he met the Vic in.
Listen, a creature of habit is your killer. For some reason,
I'm
they're
so
sticklers for
sorry!
routine. He's showing you how it's done.
Oh. Are you okay? Oh. Whoops!
Hit him, Cole. Spit him out.
Working on it. Oh, bell box. Sorry.
Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires.
All right, you got me. I've had enough.
Show me your hands.
Okay, guess that went better than the first time.
Okay, Bates. You're gonna answer some questions.
I have a choice in this.
After you just ran from me? Are you serious?
Last night, you went drinking with a lady in the bar. Now she's dead. And your face is all messed up.
I'm in the clear on that. She preferred a sailor. You could lay it off on him. Are we finished?
Do you want my partner to sap you? Tell us what we want to know.
She was okay. Drunk. Pissed off at her old man, wanting to go dancing. I thought I'd ply her with a few drinks and get my end away. Looks like your salty had the same idea.
Again, why were you running from me?
So what happened when you left the bar?
Sailor boy laid one on me. A cheap shot. After that, I don't know.
You are full of it.
You've done time, haven't you, Richard? Is that why you ran?
I'm on parole.
On what offense?
Sexual assault. Look, I was lying there on the sidewalk. He flags a cab and jumps in with the broad.
We're taking you in, Bates.
How come?
Just for a chat. Nice private chat. I'll explain my theory of once a degenerate, always a degenerate.
Take him to Central. He's a material witness in a murder
All right,
case.
then.
Find him a cozy cell.
Richard here knows the drill.
Telephone, telephone, telephone. Telephone.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an APB out on a yellow cab, number 3591. Ask dispatch to relay all sightings to car 11K.
No problem. I'll get on the radio.
Were there any incident reports filed in the vicinity of Barron's Bar on North Beaudry Avenue? We're tracking a sailor who was involved in a fight outside the bar.
I can check the reports, Detective. I have a message for you from Captain Donnelly. Message reads, James Jessup, U.S. Navy able seaman, has information relevant to your case. Jessup is currently being detained at Central Station.
Could be our man. Thanks.
Okay, so we have to track down this cab. Question is, where the hell is it?
Sarah.
Hello, ma'am.
11K, we have a response on your APB regarding yellow cab number 3591. The vehicle has been identified at a gas station. Now heading west on 7th Street.
Garage on 7th Street. Let's hit it, Phelps. The cab driver might tie this whole thing together.
I hope you're right.
You see our taxi anywhere?
Continue to respond.
Let me see this again.
11K, yellow cab number 3591, sighted at the corner of Wilshire and Whitford. Repeat, Wilshire and Whitford, 11K.
Where's that cab got to now?
That it? me, sir. Whoa, what happened with that car over
LAPD,
there?
We're investigating a murder.
What is happening with that car? Look
The
at that
family
car!
picked up
That
from
car
Barron's
inside
bar
of the other
last night.
car?
What was the woman wearing?
It was a green dress. Oh, don't tell me something's happened to her.
Tell me about her.
She was with this sailor, and he was all over her. She wasn't having any of it. Said she just wanted to dance. But he had that look in his eye.
Where did you drop them off?
It's at the Crystal Ballroom.
What time?
After midnight. 12:30? Something like that.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
Well, that's gonna ruin my day.
That car, though. Oh, right, because that's my car. Oh, God, I'm so good at this, guys. You don't even know how good I am at it. Okay, so I think now I can head over to Central Station.
He's in interview 2.
Thanks. What do you make of him?
Sailor on furlough who looks like he's in trouble and knows it.
I want to make homicide. I mean, you know you've made it if you got that desk.
Right over here. Oh, Mr. Sailor, got a few questions for you.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. We know why you're here, Jessup, so it would be best if you answered our questions truthfully.
I don't want any trouble. That's why I'm here. I heard on the radio about this lady getting killed. I got leave from my CO to come down straight away.
So why did you kill her?
I didn't kill anyone. Look, you need to believe me.
Let's start at the beginning. You went to Barron's bar. What time did you arrive?
I got a 24-hour pass. I got there around 7.
That's where you met Teresa Terrelson?
Sure. We had a couple of drinks.
And you're looking away, you're hiding something.
So you tried to make a woman who was incredibly drunk?
Look, I'm not proud of myself, but I never hurt her.
You took her dancing?
That's right. Caught a cab to the Crystal Ballroom.
You had a fist fight with Richard Bates over Mrs. Terrelson.
You met the guy? He's a creep. You should take a look at him for this.
Uh-huh. Again, looking away.
He's pointing the finger directly at you, Jessup.
I only had one night before I was back in the tub. He had all the time in the world to look for some action. I belted him. I'd do it again. She was better off with me.
Sure. You're a shining example of chivalry, Jessup.
And movements prior to murder.
Where did you go after the Crystal Ballroom?
I think the wind had gone out of her sails by then. She caught a cab, and I caught a bus back to the base.
Again, you keep on looking away. You're making this too easy for me.
We spoke to the cab driver. Tell us what really happened at the Crystal Ballroom.
I'd had enough. She was all upset about her husband bawling about her kids. She looked old. Left around closing, maybe 1:30. We got on a bus and she fell asleep on my shoulder.
Which bus?
An All-American, 249. I went past her place. She jumped off and I stayed on it downtown. After that, I caught another bus to San Pedro. The Indiana's down there. She's being scrapped.
And that was the last you saw of Teresa?
Yeah, that's right. We didn't say much. I think she was kind of embarrassed.
I actually believe that.
The cab driver said that you were getting pretty familiar with Teresa.
It's not how I'd put it.
What are you doing with your face, though? Come on. Come on. Come on.
So the last thing you wanted was her playing hard to get. Did that make you mad, sailor?
Yeah, it did. She knew what a guy's looking for. All broads do. Dancing comes second.
And what happened at the Crystal Ballroom?
Nothing. Not even a little hand relief. She had another couple of drinks. There was no fun left in her. Just poured her guts out to some bartender.
We're holding you till we can clear this with the driver.
Yeah, my CO said as much.
Yeah, you'll be in lots
Can you
of
put the
trouble
guy
with
in
the CO.
2 in a cell and inform the commander?
Sure, Detective. Got a message for you. Sighting of your disfigured hobo on Grand between Temple and Sunset. And it looks like the beau has a record, too. He's wanted in connection with 2 female assaults.
Thanks.
What now?
Before we go
Drive all the way to
there.
San Pedro and check his locker?
Let's see if the bus story checks out.
Yeah, go to
There's
the
a depot at
bus.
1660 Beverly Boulevard. 3 suspects in the can and 1 on the hoof. And still no hard evidence on any of them.
KGPL to car 11K. 11K, come in.
11K, go ahead.
Patrolman reporting that Bobby Ross's car game is breaking up at midnight.
11K, roger that. Plenty of time to get downtown, Cole.
It's possible. Have them bring him in.
KGPL, can we have Lars Carrollson picked up?
11K, roger.
Gonna roll on him. Okay, so who am I talking to here?
And thank you, ma'am. You have a safe trip now. Where are you boys headed today?
LAPD. We're after the driver of All-American 249. Would have been around midnight onwards last night.
Just a minute. Frank Zeffirelli. He's your man.
Where can we find him?
Frank is out on the 7-4.
Can you tell us the route?
Hang on. I should have it mapped out here somewhere.
That was quick.
I'll need to run the loop.
Oh dear. So I have to trace his whole route and I somehow catch him? Which way would he be going? He's going... Am I going clockwise or counterclockwise here? I'm not entirely sure. I think clockwise.
No, we're not going to drive the whole thing, are we?
Won't take long. We have a siren.
This could be a long trip, Cole.
Or it could be a short one.
And here's me without my hip flask and only a pain in the ass for company.
Way to kick off the drive in high spirits, Rusty. Comments like that put me in just the right mood for some legwork.
Touchy.
You know what your problem is? You don't like hard work. This kind of rigorous search is what police work is all about. Discipline.
Save it, thanks. You're just as bored as I am. Nope, still no sign of him.
Did you doze off, Rusty? I think you slept through my solving the case.
Yeah, very funny. Just give me a nudge if you see me, right?
How about you nudge me?
I think that's a job for your wife.
Oh, Rusty. How long is this bus route?
It actually covers an area around the size of Central Division.
The probability is we'll find it about halfway around.
Bad luck says we'll be chasing it all night. That's the bus we're looking for. Ease in behind her and get her to the side of the road.
No, where are you going? Where are you? Come on, side of the road. There you go. Trying really hard not to hit you.
That's the bus we're looking for. Ease in behind her and get her to the side of the road.
I already got it. Thank you. Hello, sir.
Some kind of problem, buddy?
LAPD. We're investigating a murder. You had a sailor and a woman in a green dress on your bus late last night?
That's correct.
And the woman got off first, around 2 a.m.?
Yeah, that's right. And the sailor stayed on all the way to downtown.
Can you tell us where you let the woman off?
On California Street. To tell you the truth, she looked a little lost, like she got off on the wrong stop or something. I didn't like dropping her off near that hobo camp.
You've been a big help, Mr. Zeffirelli.
Okay. And now we can head over to the hobo camp.
So Sailor Boy escapes by the seat of his bell-bottom trousers. He left the broad alive.
Left her by the hobo camp.
Which means he's as good as killed her.
We can't eliminate any of them, but the disfigured man should be our starting point.
I'm gonna call for some backup. These bows hate cops.
I think we ought to investigate the hobo lead.
Well, if you think we ought to, then I guess we ought.
Hello? Hello, gentlemen. How you all doing?
LAPD! We'd like a word with you.
Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascists.
Come to move us on and steal what little we have left.
6 rounds won't get us far.
I need you to stay copacetic, Phelps. We need to hold out to the cavalry battle.
How do we do that?
Like this.
Oh! Keep it down, Phelps. If you want your rightful share, we need to fight for it.
Bud.
These
men know they're harboring a murderer.
Fight now. Nope. Now finish you off. There we go. Okay.
What's your name?
Comrade Stalin.
Very funny. We'll find out from your personal effects.
Stuart Ackerman.
You're under suspicion for murder, Ackerman. We're taking you downtown.
You can't do anything more to me than what the Japanese have already done.
Yeah, that definitely looks like the guy who was stalking that woman. Okay, so what I figured out with the fighting thing that I just wasn't doing, I wasn't holding down L2, which is what locks on, and then from there you press X to punch, and I believe I press square to sort of dodge. So let's see what we got in here. No, newspaper. Newspaper.
Still working, Jack. I'm off to the Lighthouse Club in Santa Monica.
Hello, Jack.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Benson, this is Courtney Sheldon. He's a buddy of mine from the war.
Well, I'm sure you two will want to polish some old war stories. Good evening, Jack. Mr. Sheldon.
I think that's police.
Good night, sir. Take a seat, Courtney.
We need your help, Jack.
I told you I would have nothing to do with that.
I'm fine too, Jack. Medical school's going well. I got a part-time job.
Do dope peddlers need part-time jobs?
We made a mistake and we're in trouble, Jack. A local gangster, Mickey Cohen, is putting on the squeeze.
So hand it over, walk away. What's stopping you?
We had a deal with them that they would dole it out slowly. They said they would supply abortion clinics and doctors, but they've been moving it on to addicts, and they can't cope with the purity.
So your problem is with gangsters being dishonest.
My problem is that people are dying, and that if this gets back to us, we'll all end up in jail.
So how am I supposed to help, Courtney? This isn't the war. I can't just wave a magic wand and clean up your mess.
We want you to negotiate, Jack.
The only thing these guys understand is force, Sheldon. They got to the top back east by proving to be more vicious than the English, the Irish, and the Dutch. They make their own laws. That's the nature of a secret society. For God's sake, Courtney, you want to be a doctor. How can you fight with that?
We are better trained, Jack.
I didn't make it through the war to come back to this kind of shit, Sheldon.
Okay, then. Alright, so what else we got in here? Ooh, I found a rope.
Looks familiar. Safe bet it'll match the mark under Teresa Terrelson's chin.
What else we got? Oh. That's just a picture.
I don't think this is going to help us.
Yeah, definitely not. But that is a purse right there.
Ackerman doesn't look like much of a dancer.
There's the ballroom.
The husband has an alibi, but no real motive other than neglect. Jessup's alibi checks out. Bates is a recidivist. He'll be pulling the same stick until we put him away for good. Ackerman has history, opportunity, hard evidence. What motive?
We have the evidence. We know she was here. All we need is a confession, and we can charge the bum with murder.
Ackerman, you were in the Marines.
How do you know?
The Corps selected big guys for flamethrower duty. That's how you got the burns.
Life expectancy was 5 minutes for a guy in flamethrower detail. What kind of a government puts weight like that on a man's shoulders?
You'll get no argument from me. It was a heavy load.
You feeling sorry for this smelly fuck?
Well, there's some sort of common ground. They both were in the military.
Why did you kill Mrs. Terrellson?
I have no recollection of the people I have killed.
Yep, hiding.
You hate women, Ackerman?
More than you could ever imagine.
How much did you hate Mrs. Terrellson?
I ache to put my seed in them. Afterwards, I have no use for them.
Wow.
A bus driver dropped Mrs. Terrellson near your camp around 2 a.m. Why did you take her up to the hill?
Which hill? I have many places. I go where I please.
Yep, it's clear you're hiding something.
You are clearly insane, Ackerman. The state of California does not execute mental patients.
I don't know the names of the women I've killed, but I've killed many of them. Their necks are so fragile.
Well, that just puts it away right there.
Where were you around 2 a.m. last night?
At the camp.
Yeah, that's a load of crap.
You were up on the hill. You were seen during the day. We have a witness. We have evidence. Come clean with me, Ackerman, and I'll see what I can do for you.
I despise your pity. You have nothing that links me to this woman.
Okay, so let's just go all the way down here. Wabam!
We have you cold, Ackerman. Her purse and the ballroom ticket were in your lean-to. Tell us why you did it.
I kill because people need killing. It's what I was trained to do.
Stuart Ackerman, I am charging you with the murder of Teresa Terrellson.
Well, that was pretty easy. That made it real easy for me.
A man down on his luck I can abide. But a filthy red who chooses to live outside the rules of society I cannot stomach. Maybe poor Teresa Terrellson will provide the catalyst we need. I've spoken to the chief and the mayor, and I think it's time we send some men in to remove the godless and send them on their way over the county line. A grand day that will be, gentlemen. And a grand result you have brought me. You two are fast becoming my finest crusaders.
And I think that's it. Waiting for it. Yep, there's all the clues and questions answered. City damage. Yeah, that happens. An early visit to the hobo camp might have offered a lead, but good luck finding a coherent witness. And there's the 5 stars. That is another case down. So thanks, guys, as always, for hanging out. Like this video if you're enjoying this series. Comment down below. Let me know what your favorite case was, and did you have as much trouble as I did with locating the bus? Because it kind of took me a little while. Share this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Hit that notification button so you never miss an episode of any one of my series, because I put out new videos every day and you should be seeing them. And I will see you guys next time.